jobs, we are entrepreneurs. On this show, we will discuss hot topics and current events. We will also be having a chit chat segment where we will talk about different things that pertain to the everyday woman.
So we hope to reach you, the everyday woman out there, the mother, the wife, the caretaker, teacher, doctor, all women from everywhere around the world.
My name is Dakara,
And I'm Cupcakes.
and I'm Stillwaters. Welcome to Tea with Cubes.
Hello, happy Sunday, and welcome to another episode of Tea with You. We are your hosts this week. Can they hear you? In all our different colors. We need to speak and project. Okay, speak and project. Project. I am Cupcakes. We have Berry, and we have Miss Stillwaters over there. Welcome, ladies. Thank you. You're very welcome. I hope everybody had a wonderful, wonderful week. Being Easter, that was just on Sunday. Everybody had a good time celebrating with friends and family. Or even just with themselves. I just hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful day last week, Sunday. And then also it was spring break over here for us, and I think most of the South, and probably I don't know if other states, no Texas and them had theirs prior, but we also had spring break. So right after service on Sunday, I did it out with the kids. So we came back. Yeah, we had a good break. It was a good rest, some good fun, some good sun. That was good. What do y'all do for spring break?
I had time to myself.
Ooh.
Y'all know that I'm a single mama to my beautiful daughter Coco, and she is.
I might go. So
Keep going.
holding it for you.
Like newscaster.
I gonna be holding it the whole time.
I don't know.
Fix it
We'll
now.
fix it. But there,
I was
it's
gonna
okay
say,
there.
Somebody's keep touch this thing.
Is there ever any show that we don't have like any snafus?
It's okay. We're working it. We're working it.
Okay. Yes.
So I'm a single mom, and Coco went to go visit her father for spring break, and we live with my parents, and they also have traveled as well. So I had the house. I've had the house to myself since Tuesday, and I have enjoyed just quiet and not having to talk to anybody if I don't want to, and
Keep going.
not having to talk to
There you
any
go.
not having to talk to anybody if I don't want to, and
Practice what you have
watching what I want to watch when I want to watch it. And what was funny was
We're gonna. Because I'm not sure why it's not. Why it fell off.
on Tuesday after I dropped off Coco at the airport and go home, I had literally just what happened?
Sorry, y'all. We are just finding new things with our new stuff. So she just realized that the mic
It
stand
can extend.
So we've been having it this short, not knowing all this while we could actually make it higher.
Right.
Go upgrading. Don't worry.
Little by
Don't
little.
worry.
Sorry.
You start from humble beginnings.
Before
I
I
mean,
continue,
it's humble beginnings.
welcome to those who've joined us online. Let us know, please, how our audio sounds. Because I know the past couple of times we've been having like in and out like sound issues. So let us know what we sound like. Are we clear? Are we sharp? Are we still going in and out? So yeah, let us.
So as I was saying, I got back from the airport on Tuesday and I walked into the house and I was like, peace and quiet. And then my phone rang. I say, hello, who's this? She say, it's me. I say, oh, what's up? I need to print something. I'll come to your house. I said, oh, okay, sure, no problem. And then she come to my house with her two children. I
Okay.
say, oh, the quiet is gone. Auntie Berry,
wasn't
come play
that
with me.
long,
Auntie
though.
Berry, it doesn't matter.
It wasn't that long.
Auntie Berry,
Like,
come play with me. Christine doesn't want to play with me. I'm like, and so you have to play with me. I'm like, I don't want to. But Auntie Berry, please. No, I don't want to. Sorry. I love you, but no. But Auntie, which is funny because I'm his favorite. But yeah. But anyways, on Thursday, I took the day off work because I'm like, listen, I need a day where I'm not doing anything for anybody or thinking about anybody else apart from me, myself, and I. I went to the salon, I got my hair washed, and then went to buy two new wigs. This is one of them, which, okay, today I like it.
this
Did
one
you
is
not
nice.
like it before?
It's nice.
Yeah, on Tuesday, on Thursday, I didn't like it.
I
But today I
I
like
guess
it.
maybe because like he hadn't had time to open up himself.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Because now I'm like, okay, the hair is not so bad. And then what else did I do? I went to the spa. I got a facial. I got a massage, and then I took myself to watch a play, Pride and Prejudice, at a local university, and it was so good. The one thing that I said I would do,
Eat your Italian food.
take myself to Italian. I did not do that. I did not take myself to eat Italian food. Actually, Daddy said he wants to go, so
Oh, it was about Italian.
yes, yes.
Oh, that's
So we
interesting.
might have to make it a
Okay.
date with Grandpa when he
that's
comes
fun.
back.
That's fun. Actually,
Yeah.
that would be a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
From after coming back from Nigeria, let's go. Let's say, Grandpa, let's take you out, get away. You know, like how are you? How are you?
I'm not gonna ask that.
I
You
will
know how-
ask him.
You know how he.
I will ask him.
You know.
Yeah.
So that was my week.
Oh, okay. What's the question?
How was your week?
Oh well, I think it was okay. Clapping. Yes, it was. I think it was good. I mean, my kids were on spring break. They were on spring break.
Did they eat all the food?
They did, and their eating habits went down, 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 down.
How so?
Very much down because my cat decided he only wants to eat snacks.
He doesn't want
Yeah.
real food.
He doesn't want real food. So now he's struggling to eat real food. We are all struggling.
Oops.
Yeah. But and then they went with me to work on Thursday, which was
Fun.
it was the last couple times they've gone, it wasn't so bad. But this time it just seemed like they were like, well, we're here, we're just gonna be kids. And they were like throwing balls. And I was in a meeting and mommy, I'm like, oh my God, Micah, stop.
Don't harass me, please. In my workplace.
Please stop. Please stop. But at least it wasn't like a big meeting. It was like a one-on-one
Okay.
with my former manager. Sometimes I have to with her. So it was. After that, I was like, time to go.
Time to go.
Everybody, let's go. Let's go.
Okay. Well, that's good. So I think we're all ready to jump back into.
I'm not ready.
Oh. Okay.
You might be ready, but I'm not. You know, because to be honest, I feel like I have not anxiety, but just a little bit of. So am I going back in this hamster wheel
Yeah.
for the next how long?
6 weeks. 6 weeks.
Well, it's 6 weeks though, so
Yeah.
that's one. I think that's at least we can see that the goalpost.
Yeah.
We can see the goalpost is almost here.
Yeah, but also tomorrow is eclipse day.
Yeah.
So for us over here, well, in our county where we live,
You know,
the
85%.
kids are going to have to because apparently Cherokee County is going to school full time. Yeah. So at least the good thing is coming right out of spring break, and then having half day will be good
Yes.
for everybody.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, you get home, obviously half day, and we have the rest of the day to kind of like
You don't have to
put
keep
ourselves back into the spring. Yeah. So I'm happy for half day though tomorrow.
You don't need that. You don't need those sounds. New apparatus. I'm sure people can hear it. Ask them if they can hear it.
Can you all hear the sound?
I think so.
Well, just
Last,
I
don't
know,
no
don't
pushing
press
it.
on.
So, but yeah, tomorrow is the solar eclipse.
Yeah. I don't think we are in the path of total.
No, we're not. We're
Total
not.
coverage,
We're
okay.
I
Total
think
partial.
75 to 85%.
But that's not bad.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
The last time there was a total eclipse was the day my grandfather died.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And I remember that because I took Dean to the park and we watched the eclipse
There.
at the park. Yeah.
Did you have sunglasses?
Yes.
Speaking
I
of, wait, did you get it?
thought- Yes, I thought. It's in the house.
Okay.
Oh, I don't have.
Well, our own has 8 pack. 8.
Oh, okay.
And well, since grandma and grandma are not here,
Grandma, grandpa.
you have my plantain.
Yes,
It's
I
over
bought
here.
it.
Okay. Yes. Okay, so we have glasses. Okay, yeah. But yeah, that day at the park, we did have the glasses.
Okay.
So and there were actually a good number of people at the park. So everyone had either their chairs or their blankets.
Oh wow.
So me and Dean, I brought snacks
Oh
and
wow.
things and drinks, and we just sat there, had like a
I was
little.
at work.
They
had
made it
a
a work.
little-
I mean,
yeah.
I was at work. I worked at
I
TJ
was
Maxx.
at work.
I worked at TJ Maxx at the time. I
Yeah.
didn't have a choice.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you were indoor. You didn't
And I had
sit.
just come back from
Wow.
maternity leave. I had just come out from maternity. No, I came outside to come and look, and I was like, "Oh wow, cool," And then drove home, and it was a couple hours later
That
they
happened.
that daddy died.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that was
Yeah,
fun.
Cherokee
That was
County.
fun. Yeah.
They let the
Um,
kids down. So I think the glasses, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. I was actually hoping that for us, at least for school, they will use that as an opportunity for like a science day or something. That's what
They
that's
did.
what I
In
thought.
Cherokee County, they did. They probably will do that.
Well, I mean, for
In
us that are
Cherokee
coming,
County.
yeah, right, Cherokee County. But I'm saying like for us now that we're coming home, I was hoping that they would use it as a learning day, but maybe because they probably thought kids would not have the glasses
They're supposed to provide them.
in school.
Yeah, but I guess the district said not this time.
Anyways, okay. Please, I'm having my coffee.
Did you put inside? Why? That's what you're
we don't
drinking
need
today.
to.
I got the red cup. Cheers, everybody.
Yes.
So
While we
good.
get ready to dive into it. Okay. So we'll just make today's hot topic quick. First of all, there was the earthquake in New York, Pennsylvania, Jersey side.
It was in Jersey.
Jersey.
That's
and,
where the epicenter was.
okay. And it was felt in New York
And
and
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So earthquake happened. Today's what? Sunday. Happened a couple of days ago.
On the 5th.
Friday.
Yes.
Today's 7th. Yes. So that was one. Very interesting. I guess the good thing is, even though there was aftershock and things in New York, there was no damage anywhere.
No
Pennsylvania?
substantial damage.
Yes, they did not record any fatalities or anything like that, right?
Yeah, which
So-
is good.
Which is good. So far, so that
because there
good.
was that other earthquake in Taiwan
yeah,
earlier in the week. I think that one was maybe 9 people.
that died.
When I checked, the last time I checked, it was 9 people that died. But they said the last time they had an earthquake of that magnitude,
4.8.
no,
Oh,
the
they
one
mean
in
the Taiwan.
Taiwan,
Taiwan one. Oh, okay.
that was
okay.
7 point something. It was
Okay,
a big
okay,
one.
Yeah, that was-
The last time they had that, I think it was in the 90s, that everywhere was like scattered. So over the next how many years, they have built
Built
their
on.
infrastructure to withstand such.
Was it in Taiwan or Japan?
It was in Taiwan.
Which one's about this one?
This one.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it was Japan.
Oh my God.
It was Asia.
Oh, was there
Really?
both? Was there two?
It was,
Was
in
there
Asia.
another one in Japan?
It was in Asia.
There was one in Japan last week.
Okay, it was in Asia now.
Doesn't matter. Anyway, in Asia, yeah.
In
yeah.
Asia.
But
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure it was Japan because
Yeah.
somebody.
It's okay. It was in Asia.
So I don't know. But anyway, it was,
Do y'all remember when we had an earthquake here?
was that?
No, okay. It wasn't earthquake.
was
It was
aftershock.
aftershock that we felt.
We felt an aftershock.
That was hard. That was
Yeah. That was a couple, yeah, 3 years ago. About 3 years ago.
3 or
There
4
was
years
more.
ago.
3-4 years ago.
Or 3 or 4 years ago. Because I know someone on Twitter said, I know that when Obama was president, we never had such things, but now Donald Trump is in power. That's why we're having an earthquake in Georgia.
Oh,
And I remember it happened late at night. And I woke up. My first thing was, the house is shaking. Hang on. Why is a giant shaking the house? Like, that's all I thought, right? Like, in my mind, what I saw was the house was inside.
I'm boiling chicken.
What does that one
This
do?
show never gets
What does that
old.
one make?
I don't know.
But are you not listening?
Ding, ding, ding.
No, we want. Dun, dun.
I don't know what that one is.
Kiki forgot she had chicken on the fire. I wish mommy was here so that she will hold you.
I'm so
No,
sorry.
no, no.
So sorry.
But yeah, that time was very, very. It feels very surreal. But then it's just funny because different people in parts of the world. In California, they're used to it.
Yeah,
Like-
the people in California were like, oh,
Like,
that's not
okay,
that bad.
yeah,
We've
like
had worse.
earthquakes will happen and they're just going about their daily business. Like, okay, us over here, we're like, is there earth shaking? What
It
is
was-
happening?
It was confusing because I woke up and I was like trying to grab myself on the bed, like trying to figure it out, and I'm like, oh man. And okay, so what else we talk about? Oh yeah, I don't know if everybody's been following Pelumi. That's the lady that has been driving from London to Lagos. What was her hashtag? Hashtag London to Lagos.
And we don't say driving. She's been traveling.
She drove.
She's been
her
traveling.
car.
Okay,
Various
See, Nene,
trans-
see, please.
various
She sha
modes
drove.
of transportation.
No.
80% of it has
But-
been drive.
No, 90%
Okay,
of
90%.
it was
Because
driving.
the only boat
And that's
was
okay.
the only boat was between
I'm not saying
Europe and Africa.
yes,
Yes.
and I'm not saying that she did not do 90%.
Please don't
What
water.
I'm
No,
saying,
Hey, but she drove now.
please don't water down.
it is
Don't
not
water down this accomplishment.
accurate.
Please do not water
I'm
down
not
this accomplishment.
watering it
I
down.
feel like it is watering
no,
down the
I'm
accomplishment.
saying you need to have the accuracy in the statement. She did do something that nobody else has done. Period. But if you're gonna be accurate for someone who doesn't know, you're gonna say because it's impossible to drive. So don't say
So let me tell you something.
Don't
When
say
they say
drive.
somebody like sailed all over the world, guess what? They're not sailing accurately all over the
but
world
they were
like that.
primarily on water.
No,
right?
Well,
what
she
I'm
was
saying-
primarily in her car driving.
And I said, if you guys make the distinction, primarily driving,
she drove 95%.
I'm okay with that.
So
But
she
don't
drove from
give-
London
she
to
drove from London to
Lagos.
Lagos.
No,
Yes, she did.
guys, that's an inaccurate statement.
it's
No, it's
not
not.
inaccurate. Semantics is not inaccurate.
No, it is not.
No, I refuse.
It is inaccurate
Thank
when
you.
she did not completely
Ada
drive.
of Life said yes, she made it.
She
She drove.
made it. No. There is no doubt about that. There's no argument about that. My own saying is that if somebody who doesn't know what this is, you have given an inaccurate
But everybody knows
description.
that.
No, not everybody. There are people that don't know.
Then that's their business.
No, not her.
no.
Not her.
No, there are people that don't know the whole story, the journey,
No, not that.
all
Now.
those things.
But everybody knows that you have to enter
Is a
boats
lie.
from Europe to
People
Africa.
No.
a lie.
Then that's their business.
Is a lie.
Then-
People that don't know how Africans came to America
Then
It's
that's
one
their
turn now.
business.
by
See,
air.
that is their ignorance
Some
and that's their
people don't know
business.
how they do that.
That is their ignorance and that's their
They are telling you
business.
that people. That's not, okay, let's move on. But congratulations to her. I am equally proud of that because I could never do it.
Yeah. So she drove Lagos,
London.
London to Lagos,
Yes.
and it's been incredible to watch. You know, like
She got
build-
sick at a point.
building the bed in the car before she left.
Mm-hmm.
You know, actually living in the car, doing it in the car. Like say, she got
She
sick.
got sick at
She
some
got
point.
into an accident, which that's the one I cannot wait to tell that story. I can't wait to tell that
How
story.
she?
That
how she-
accident.
But she
She
told it
talked
already.
about it now.
Oh, she did. I missed
Yeah.
that.
She couldn't see. There was a truck and there was no light. And
Right,
she
and
missed the
so-
truck.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so I missed it. Okay.
Because they actually asked her if she wanted to press charges against the
Yeah.
owner of the truck.
Was the
Was
truck
the
in
trailer.
motion?
No. Yeah. And they didn't have, I guess,
But then
Like,
she
no
was held
cautionary.
at immigration.
Right.
In that
Which
country.
which
that was
happened-
what happened.
which happened quite a bit to her was she was stuck for hours trying to get through some borders. And, it just goes to show how, guys, we're in Africa. The way you have easy movement in Europe, we
Yeah,
don't
we
have
don't
that
have
in
it there.
Africa at all.
Yeah.
Like, they'll keep you there. You have to do this, you have to do this, you have
Yeah.
to talk to this person, you have to
Yeah.
It's just,
I won't lie.
why?
Like, when she showcased that part, I actually got upset because I'm like, why all this extra? Oh yeah, no, sit down here, wait here. Because we don't have to. And I'm like, why all that?
Because Africa is hungry.
And then
That's my point.
And corrupt.
That's my thing because it's like here we are in this. What year are we in? 2024,
Mhm.
and it's like such things should not be happening. Because if you want to now travel, okay, like now, for example, let's say we did we're still living in Nigeria, and we now want to go by road. You've done it. You went. Where did you go?
We
Togo?
just went to the Republic. It's
You
next
drove.
door. Yeah, we drove.
You drove, but you don't want to go to. Okay, let me not use Ghana. I think Ghana is. But let's say you want to go to Sierra Leone, right, by car. I know that.
Then you get to the
You
border
don't
and
get
they'll
to the
tell you
border, sorry, say
that,
that,
because you don't have
you don't
left
have-
hand wheel
or
drive.
something.
No,
Yeah,
no, right hand. That was one of
that
them.
was one of them.
It was you don't have right hand wheel.
And I'm like,
No, left hand wheel. because
one of them. She's driving
England,
from
so they have right.
right hand.
You don't have left hand wheel drive. So we're not gonna let
They're
you.
not going to
do the
let you
country. I'm
inside. Like, that's silly.
yeah.
I'm
Very,
like, so
very
because
much
my
silly.
car
Yes.
is driven from the car you guys drive here is not a problem.
There's accuracy in that statement.
How?
Now, should they have made her stay? No. But if you have a foreign car, because they drive on the other side of the road in England, as
Uh-huh.
opposed to in Africa, right?
Yeah, but
So what they're not saying properly is they're trying to avoid accidents.
I don't think so.
Yes, that's what it is. But guess what? Because we're so corrupt, there's no infrastructure to kind of mitigate those things, and then all of a sudden you can't drive a car. You should be able to, because we have figured out how somebody incoming with that kind of car can drive.
Because even here, there are a few cars I've seen on the road that obviously came from Europe
Mhm.
because they are on the other side of their steering wheel.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, you're driving your car here.
But there are laws surrounding that, is what I'm saying, and the laws work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't just drive on the other side. Like, you have to have a special tag. There's so many things involved.
Which part of me is, I'm sure she obviously did her homework.
Yeah.
Finding out all these things, right?
Yeah.
But it would be so annoying if after doing all this homework and after actually having everything, you get there, but still being, unfortunately, Africa.
Yeah.
Is like, why is your gear stick not
That
like this?
is literally.
And I'm almost certain that if she was from Jimbo, they might not have given her as much of a hard time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
very possible.
We have some comments on Instagram. Well, yeah. Adele Fodile says,
Life from
Nene is
Lagos.
semantics.
Nene, it's semantics.
It's really not.
And
But guys,
also,
okay, no
it's
problem.
like going to Martha's Vineyard. You have to take a ferry to get there. But
That's
you're not
it.
going to say that, I travel. Like, yeah, we
No,
drove
no,
to
no.
Martha's Vineyard.
Because
No.
because you can say you're driving to Martha's Vineyard, but by the time when you now
No.
reach there, you
This
still
is
enter
why
the boat.
a lot of children do not accurately describe what they're doing. Because we as adults, we give inaccurate descriptions.
But it's not inaccurate.
It is.
No.
It very much is.
No.
But she drove.
You
95%.
No. You guys are missing my point. And it's okay.
No, so
We
okay,
can
no,
move
hold
on.
on. So you
Let's
want
move
her?
on.
No,
Let's
no.
move on.
So you want her
Let's
to
move
write on in this thing. Tell me, driving and taking the ferry from
No.
this place to this place.
There are
Come
other
on.
words that you can use to replace.
No, but you cannot
a
use
combination
but you
of
cannot.
words.
No, but see, you cannot put traveling because everybody travels from London to Lagos. No big
And
deal.
no, you can say that and then add a
No,
disclaimer.
that's too much.
That's the problem.
That's
we
too
want
much.
we want a 10-second version of what
Yes.
should really be 15, 30 seconds.
It doesn't
But she
need to be
showed that
15 or
part though.
30 seconds.
What?
She shot the.
No, I'm
boat,
not
yeah.
talking about her.
Oh, not-
I'm talking about people like us that give the second-hand, third account and account of the situation. It's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
We
because
need to give accurate descriptions, especially for people who don't know, who are genuinely
let's see.
interested.
They will ask the question, and then you say, "Well, actually, there's no land border from Europe to Africa, so there you use the ferry. It's a 2.5 hour ferry ride.
It's okay.
That's
See,
simple. It's not that
no,
serious.
it is really not. But let's move on. I'm okay moving on. Let's move on. We're wasting time. I'm okay moving on from that.
We have-
Congratulations to her.
We have mommy live from Lagos, Nigeria right now. Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
But yes, we shall discuss this.
No, it has ended. She has reached Lagos.
No, that's her. Talk about you and this.
No. That's what I'm saying. She has reached
I think
Lagos.
we can
Why am I
agree to
disturbing
disagree
it?
with her. We can allow her to be wrong. It's okay.
No. How? That's not agreeing to disagree.
We are- we can
Okay,
allow
we're
you to
done.
be wrong.
You can't say I'm wrong.
We can allow you to be wrong.
Okay,
You can be on the wrong side of the divide here.
Let's go.
Okay, which one are we doing?
I don't know why we're on.
What's the Yale?
So how does that one do?
What does the Yale say?
I don't know why it's not.
Guys,
coming on,
sorry. We have to play with this thing
but
sometimes.
Let's go.
Okay. All right.
Let's move
Anyways,
on.
let's.
Oh, this was
Ding,
Abi?
ding, ding. No,
You don't
that's
know
ding
ding,
ding 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 ding.
Is
Yeah,
it not
but-
like ding 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 like
Yes,
you can
but
stop
it's
now?
not.
It's not working.
I don't know what happened. It didn't work anymore.
You guys have ruined it. Anyway, so now submission, right? So let's start from the beginning.
To submit or not to submit, right?
That is the question. the definition of submission?
Well, let's start with here. I asked on Instagram. This was a couple weeks ago. I asked, would you say or do you say you are slash would be a submissive wife? And 44% of the votes said it depends. 25% said no, not submissive wife. I'm not going to be a submissive wife. And 31% said yes. And so for the people that said it depends, I asked, what does it depend on? Let's find out.
Okay, so before we get there, definition of submission: the act or fact of accepting or yielding to a superior force or to the will of authority of another person. Okay, now Barry, what were your viewer answers?
What they depend on?
What they depend
Well, one of the first ones was that it depends on the man.
Okay, it's care to explain.
So I will be submissive only if the man is worthy for me to. You'll be now worthy to be submitted to. Then okay, give me another word.
No.
Give me a synonym. So give me a synonym.
My friend, carry on.
I'm just give me a synonym.
Carry on.
Ah.
What else did they say?
That was that person. And then someone. Huh? The man. Oh yeah.
No. I'm just repeating. I'm repeating.
Is it everybody you submit?
I'm
to?
repeating.
Okay. Then someone said, in the little years I've been married, I dare say submission in marriage is very subjective. Okay, which we agree. Sometimes. Someone else also said, I find the word submission somehow. I always interpret it as oppression. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Someone said it depends. If only if we are both equals and we treat each other as equals, because I cannot be a doormat.
Okay.
So the questions were really just the responses were around these lines of thinking. What am I submitting to? Who am I submitting to? Is the man I'm submitting to under the will of God? Um, someone said it depends on the day of the week and how annoying he has been.
So coming from where we're from, being Nigerian, right? When you hear of submission, right? Especially like when you hear of submission, being Nigerian, the first thing that comes to mind is obviously what like it just is it's you know the man being over the woman, right? Which culture? Nigeria. You didn't hear when I said over meaning
Explain over.
well, yes, that's what
Define over.
What do you mean over? Over the woman.
Yes.
Oh, as per like money, if you give her money or whatever. Pretty much like anything that she would like to do or want to do, she doesn't have that freedom to do as much as she wants to do.
Essentially
That's
control.
Right. And that's what I use now. Over.
No.
This today,
Over control.
Today has been brought to you by Webster Dictionary. Oh my god. Yes, but that so I feel like culturally being talking about submission, it's going to be interpreted
Differently. Yep.
Yep. So
Not just culturally, but also I think based on religion as well.
I mean, I don't.
A little bit based on religion too, because there are people in America whose religions beget total submission to their men, like the Mennonites.
So that's why I don't technically agree with culture, because I don't. Even though culture has a lot to do with it, there are people all over the world that don't have the same culture but believe in the same idea of what you just said, right? But they're not Nigerian, or they're not African. So I think culture, yes.
Is it generally speaking?
Yeah, generally, what I'm saying, yes. Yeah. But they don't share the same. Like someone in Germany could probably have the same notion, the same definition, but they're not African, right?
Right.
So like the culture, I think the culture is because we are from that culture.
Yeah, we understand it.
We understand from that culture. Right. But I mean, it's alarming how many people share that idea of of of
Submission.
submission being control.
Total control.
But I think it stems from how society, I mean, from how we were conditioned I think, many years ago. Because really, what did women do in the 17th century? I mean, we did have women who were doing things, whatever, but most of the women were under
The
the
authority
control, the authority
of their father,
husbands.
well, father's parents
Father's
and then
friend.
husband.
It just went from here to here.
Yeah, you go from father to husband, so you're under submission to your father,
Yeah.
and then you get married to be under submission
Right.
to your.
And men were encouraged to be in that position, assume that control. I don't
Yeah.
think they were ever taught a, a nuance of submission. It was always that
Submission
I'm the head,
equals.
so everything I say is what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And you can't do anything to deviate from what I say. So I will say on that, so you'll probably have two of two sides, right? Where you have the one where the man is, yes, I'm the head. This is how things are going to go, whether they like it or not, what it is, right? But then you also have the other side where the man is, okay, yes, I'm supposed to be the head, but you know what? Let's do this thing together. And in that case, so the woman might still be in the house, like doing the whole house care thing or whatever.
Yeah.
But he's to like in that one, he's like, you know what? Let's do this together. Because I married you. I didn't just marry you just to be over you again. But let's do it as a partnership, right? And I think like in that kind of situation, it's still, I guess you could say there's still the submission because it's like she might have something, but she'll still actually come and run it by him, right? And even if let's say he doesn't like whatever, at least he's going to be willing to listen. But on the other extreme, you might have a situation where the woman might want to come and bring something up with him, and immediately it's like, "Say what, girl?" Like it's a no.
Yeah.
So I know you guys put up questions today or yesterday. Did you guys get any responses back on?
I didn't
Do
put
you
up.
see yourself as being submissive? What do you think of? Actually, let me throw the question out to our viewers. What do you think being submissive is to you? What do you think it is to you? Do you see yourself as a submissive partner? Do you know of anybody who is in a submissive kind of thing? But just a question out to the viewers. What does submission in a relationship mean to you?
So I would like to, because I think a lot of this um discourse around submission comes from the Bible passages that talk about wives and husbands, talk about marriage, right? And something that is very, very clear, not just on this topic specifically, other topics as well, but something that's very, very clear is people can and will take certain verses out of context to make their own points, to buttress their own points, and to do whatever they want to do without giving without giving the full picture or without giving the full context. Because here it is, yeah? In Ephesians 22:23, 22 to 28. It says, "For wives, this means submit to your husbands as to the Lord. For a husband is the head of his wife, as Christ is the head of the church, is the savior of his body, the church. For husbands, this means love your wives just as Christ loves the church." So a lot of men like to take that as well. It says, women, wives, submit to your husband. Husbands, love your wives. Again, that was Ephesians 5:22. However, if you look at Ephesians 5:21, it says, submit to one another out of reverence for Christ. They always forget that part.
So,
Or they choose to leave that part out.
all right. So, comment submission can't be excluded because it comes in conjunction with the spouse who is loving their partner as Christ loved the church, meaning he's willing to lay down his life for her. So, in my personal opinion, we shouldn't
gonna have this conversation with people who do not believe it. If you're not a follower of God, if you don't read the Bible, there's no point in having this conversation.
I wouldn't say that though, because
they're
in
gonna
Islam they have.
just so when you read from the Bible,
Uh-huh.
right? The Bible is our truth, is it not?
Mhm.
Okay. So we address Christians. People
Mhm.
who are followers, let me put it like this, followers of Christ. People who are not followers of Christ, they're always gonna make that this topic, however it fits their narrative. You know what I mean? Same thing with people in Islam, they're gonna use their song to kind of make the narrative around what it is, right? So I tend to lean to the biblical sense of it because I can't I it doesn't make sense to have a conversation with someone who will never align with what the Bible says, right? So submission is really, and I like that comment. Submission is really about dying to self. It's really about two people understanding that you have to die to your flesh. Like you have to die to pride, you have to die to ego, you have to die to all these things. The same way, because Christ died, he literally died for us, right? And all these things were shed on the cross. So you have to die to yourself, which means if something comes up, right? Now you as the head, because Christ is the head, right? And the church is the body, you as the head, as the man, ultimately would, like you said, make the decision, right? But your ego has to die because she may not agree with it. So your ego dies. And then the moment your ego dies, and then there is a mutually benefiting solution, submission is happening.
But there's not always going to be a mutually benefiting solution. There isn't always going to be agreement. There isn't always going to be agreement. And in those times, in those times, when you're talking about submission in marriage, what they're saying is, well, the man is the head of the household, so he gets the final say.
But I don't agree that there's no agreement.
No, I didn't say
I don't agree.
No, you cannot agree 100% of the time. It's not possible.
You can't.
It's not possible.
Not that I like that this is not my opinion, right? But I can agree to go with it. That's an agreement.
No, but what?
That's an
Okay,
agreement.
no, see, semantics again.
No. We agreed on the solution.
Semantics
right?
again.
No,
You don't know.
We dislike the option, but we agree on the final product.
You can say no.
So
I don't agree. No,
agreement.
that's not. I don't. I personally don't think that is agreement.
Okay.
You're going along with it because, well, you are the head of the household, and I've said that yes, I'm submitting to you. You make the final decisions, but I don't agree with that. That doesn't mean that's disagreement. At the end of the day, you don't agree with it. You're just going along with what he's saying because
But that builds
you have.
resentment. If you don't agree,
No, not necessarily.
over time.
It depends on how.
Over
No,
time,
it depends. No, it depends on how it is handled between the spouse, between the partners. It depends on how often this is like this. Because if you're really disagreeing quite a lot, and at the end of the day, well, I'm deferring to him, right? Then yes, I can see that that's where it's building resentment. However, if this kind of situation happens, what, 3 times a year, will you be building resentment because of 3 times a year?
Yeah.
If you're building resentment because of 3 times a day, then you need to go figure out what's going on inside of you because it's really not that serious. And maybe it might also depend on the level of I guess decisions that are being made. I mean, if it's something big like should we move to, I don't know, Saudi Arabia, or should we move to, I don't know, Palm Beach, Florida? And you want to move to that. That's a very, very big this thing. But if
the
it's
scope is wide.
and then maybe a disagreement, like that's a big discussion.
And if it happens 3 times a year,
no, if it's that big, if
but
it
that's
is
what
that
I'm saying,
big,
that
but
it
might not happen. Yeah, it might not happen that bigly all the time. Or like I know someone said that when they were newly married, her husband said that he wanted their daughters. They live in Texas. He wanted their daughters when they are of high school age that they're going to go to Nigeria and go and live in boarding school. And she's like, excuse me, how? Right? Now, if we're going by what, the man is the leader and we should allow him,
No.
not allow
Wait,
him.
no.
No, but
Wait
see
now.
now. No, but see now.
Did we say that?
No, I didn't say we.
Oh, I was like, did we say that?
Not we. I'm saying no. The general.
Oh, okay. Because
See.
I was like,
No, see, the thing where they are saying that the woman is submitting to the husband and
Right.
that he's the leader, he's the one that has the final decision.
uh-huh.
If that's what I'm saying. If he has the final
So
decision,
you're saying
then
people are taking it literally.
yes, it's
Okay.
not always going to be literal.
It
It's not always going to be
really
literal.
shouldn't though.
Yeah.
It really shouldn't be.
Right. You don't have to follow him all the time.
Thank you, but Christian or otherwise, each partner should submit to the other in the chief practice.
Right.
I
So
definitely agree.
right. So and that's where when we started, I mentioned the whole cultural thing because again, from being Nigerian, right, and just hearing stories and possibly even seeing things, it's not always like this. It's
Wow.
rarely.
Or like they agree.
Yes. Yeah. Like, I mean, you have families where they agree, but I don't want to say form, but what we've been, I guess, accustomed to what we've seen
Mm-hmm.
is it's always one sided. So it's like it's always yes, the man is who is the head, and it is what it is. You know,
That's where resentment will come in. And you're
No.
always following him,
right, but from
and you're not being heard.
but if you really think about it, growing up and if it's not a thing, there wasn't shown resentment.
This is true.
If you think about it, this
Yes.
is true, right?
So I will give that. Yes, our parents and their generations, they didn't show a lot of things that were happening behind the scenes. They didn't show a lot of it. But you have to think about it now. There's no way y'all live together in peace 100% the time. There's no way.
No, yeah,
no.
no.
Love,
I'm not disagreeing.
love is
No,
not
you
void
will-
of tension.
You will disagree.
Right.
There's always
Right.
But
gonna be
that's
tension.
what
You
I
disagree.
mean now is
but,
that
But what about this whole like submission and being submissive? It's obviously different from when our parents and their parents lived than what is happening right now.
In
Right?
what way?
In the sense that like when it was their time,
Uh-huh.
they was like they went with the flow.
Okay, they
Right?
weren't as
As outspoken.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
They went with
I
the
can
they
go with
went
that.
with the flow.
Mhm.
Which is why again when I said, from what we saw growing up, that's how we as we grew up saw submission be. Right? Being like, okay, the man is the head, the man is gonna say, oh, it's gonna be A B C D. And then you come like, okay, cool, we can do A B C D. We might go back and forth a little bit, but the end goal is going to be A B C D. Versus now, the man can come and be like, okay, no, it's going to be A B C D, but the woman can be like, it doesn't have to be A B C D. Let's agree on something else. And this way it comes to be more outspoken. And if the two are mutually like bonded well,
Yeah.
especially going by what the Bible says,
Yeah.
it would be like, okay, you know what? All right,
Yeah.
I hear you, and then how about we do A B E F?
Yeah, and that's
Right?
what I mean when I say
And then that will now come together.
most of the time it is in agreement because you're not necessarily agreeing with like you don't like, and I don't want to say agree because you don't like it. You don't like it, right? But like you said, they agree. They are in agreement,
An
in
alignment.
alignment at the end because both egos have been submitted.
Yeah.
Right? And then we have come to the table. Even though I didn't like A and B, there was also C that I was okay with. Yeah. And now we are in alignment. And then we're moving forward.
but what happens
It is not devoid of tension. There's always going to be tension.
what happens when listen, I just do not agree. Period. Yeah, fine, I'll go along with you, but let it be known that me, I've said my piece. I don't like that doesn't will you now say that well that's not submitting because she is not
No. I think the way it is, the response to what that problem is where the submission needs to happen, right? Like if I know when I said never, right? That is pride because I knew that you know what I know how it's going to end. But I'm gonna let you do it instead of fighting it. You just go to God and say, "Hey, I'm submitting my pride now. Just know at the end, let's all of us come back and let's have." You know what I mean? Like that's why I say we have. I always have to address that people who are followers of Christ, because at the end of the day, you can't do this thing. It's not your flesh. You literally have to be on your knees every day, like, God, right now, I don't like this. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't, but I'm gonna submit my pride, right? And I'm gonna need you to help me to pass through this, because I know we are having a tension, and I'm trying to be obedient to your word or whatever. This is not that I didn't voice my opinion. I voiced it. But I'm gonna shut my, because at the end of the day, God is gonna come and God is gonna say, my guy, if he's real, if he's the one that submitted to God, when he's praying, God is gonna say, my guy.
But that's you assuming that your own way is the correct way. Because he could also
No,
be
I'm
no,
not
but
saying
no,
my
but
ways. I
no,
said
but
I'm
no, because what
submitting
you're
my
saying, no,
pride
because
and going to
no,
God on it.
what you just said, yeah, is that God is going to make him come around
No,
too. That's what you said.
yes,
No,
and
but
coming
no, but
around
hang
means
on.
what? It could be a change
No, but
in
what? No,
behavior.
but
It could
hang
be a
on.
change in decision.
But hold
It could
on.
be
But
anything.
what I'm saying though, what I'm asking though is, what if he has gone to God and this is what he's saying that God is telling him? Maybe you are
And
the
then
one.
what
No, but
happened?
then see,
Uh-huh.
you are the one that
Uh-huh.
needs to come
And then
around
what
to
did I
him.
say? What did I say just now? I said I'm submitting my pride, which means when he says
No,
go, I'm gonna
see,
go.
see.
Okay, hold on.
That's
Let
it.
me read
Okay.
this comment. So it's Joy said that they actually just ended a 3-day program on relationship. One of the things I said about was head of household marriage. Marriage is a partnership, not a head and tail. They said the scripture.
Mhm.
How can the two work if they do not agree?
I'm saying I'm submitting my pride. Is what I'm saying. So if God actually told him that I'm going to submit my pride, let's be going, because at the end of the day, God will show who is. If both of us are praying, God will
There's
come
a
around
sorry.
and show us which
I just
one
have to say,
it is.
there's a little bit of competitiveness.
No,
That's what it's seeming like.
if I submit my pride, I'm not in competition with
That,
you.
right. You're
I'm
not
gonna
even
say
supposed to be in
I'm
competition
going.
with
Let's
your husband
go.
anyway. It's
But
not,
doesn't mean I cannot go to God in my anger and say, "Listen, I'm upset right now."
you don't always have to be angry because of disagreement though.
But
Because
if what you're not listening to me. What
I'm
I'm
trying
saying
to
is, whether
understand.
I'm angry, whether I am sad, whether I am disillusioned, whatever it is that is the tension that we cannot agree about, right? I believe that you, whether it's man or woman who is having the issue, can go to God and say, I'm going to submit my pride now, because this is what she wants to do. I'm going to submit my pride and I'm going to go along with it. And then I'm going to keep praying for God to open the door to show us which way was up or down. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm
Because I
saying.
guess for me, um, it just seems like it just seems like it's always going to be this big battle, and honestly, it
No,
doesn't have to
it's
be.
never,
It
no,
doesn't always have to be a
no,
big
I
battle.
agree with you.
There's some, and that's why I said there's some. And when you said, that it's just going to build resentment, well, not everything is that big that you should be building resentment. It can be
Agreed.
something as simple as, we want to go to this place to eat for dinner or whatever, or I don't like the color of the paint of the. It doesn't always have to be such a big thing. If you cannot follow in the little, will you follow in the big?
I don't know.
So
I don't know.
let me throw a question.
Would you say you're a submissive wife?
I mean, we talk about pretty much most of the things that we want to do,
But
right?
I think sorry. I think we need to stop saying submissive wife. I think that we need to change that narrative and say, is our marriage submitted? That's what we should say. It's not just about the woman submitting. The man too has to submit. We
Right.
need to stop
Right.
putting the narrative
It's not- yeah,
on
it's not
just the
just-
woman.
Right, but the only reason why it's seeming like the narrative on the woman
It's
is just
because
what is
it
how.
is literally said wife submit to her husband. Even though yes, again, like I mentioned,
But then they didn't read the rest of it.
the first verse said
Can you hear me now?
the first verse said submit one to another. Submit one to another. But yeah, there is always this um emphasis on the wife
They need
submitting
to read the rest
and
of
then
it.
the man loving the, because see
The
if
rest of it
because
said
see,
Jesus died.
because
Are you
see
gonna die
no because see
for me?
if they want to keep saying, if they want to keep hammering on wife submit, wife submit, wife submit, then they should also hammer on men love your wife, men love your wife, men love your wife. They should always hammer on, do you love your wife or not? How are you loving your wife?
No,
And they don't do that. They're always talking to the women and say, It's the women. People are the ones that need to be teaching. And you guys are the
Mama,
ones that need to
did
sit
you
down and
die?
all want to learn.
But did you die? My own is, are you ready to die? Let's die.
Die on the cross.
Oh, yeah, die.
We'll carry it together. Die is here.
If you want
Like-
me to stop, oh yeah, die.
Bring your cross.
Oh,
I
yeah.
bring my own. Bring our
Let's
cross
die
together.
all die together.
Yeah. But for in my marriage, we do lots of things in Kentucky. So what, like, a good number of decisions and thinking process or whatever, we actually do, we talk about it first.
Yeah.
Right. And yes, there are things that, like, he might say. Wait, am I still audible? Please.
Oh, they said they
Yes,
couldn't
ma'am.
hear you.
Yeah,
Oh, you're not loud enough.
I'm not projecting. Um project. Now there are obviously things that we disagree on.
Uh-huh.
We are doing better in this
High five,
arena.
high five,
Yes,
high five,
because
girl.
because y'all, if y'all know me, if y'all know
You
me,
people don't know her.
if y'all know me, Jesus be working.
I'm gonna give you a prompt right now.
I just
High
say that
five.
Jesus be working, y'all.
Ah!
We are both still a work in progress, but Jesus be working, right? But yeah, before it was like, if, let's say, I have an idea or I want to do something, and he comes and be like, I mean, do we? It's already automatic. Like,
No.
how dare you? You know,
Why step it to
like,
me? Who are
exactly
you?
automatic, right? But
I'm an adult. I can do
I
what
can do what I want,
want.
like. But now, we've, like, at least I've noticed that when we're now in that situation, it's like, okay, well,
Let's
but
hash it out.
let's think about something else, or, like, I'll see how this kind of thing can work. Obviously, I might still be like, well, I mean, it's not really what I wanted to do, but I hear you.
But you're dying to flesh right there.
Right. Exactly. And vice versa too.
Yeah.
Like, okay, let me give an example.
Are you okay with it? Should we take permission?
Let me give an example, right? So one of the things I had told him is I would like for us to start going out on more dates. But see, not just any dinner kind of date. I said coffee date. Like,
Okay.
y'all know I like going to cafes and whatever, right? So I put it out there, and he said, okay, sure.
Okay.
But then he now chose Starbucks. Right?
You gotta die to that pride.
I did. And I was like,
why
That's
Starbucks?
just the
That's not
first
what
one
I
now
mean.
because
I
they're
know,
going with the other ones.
because
That's not
no,
what
no,
I
no,
mean.
yeah, right. And for a second,
Yeah.
I need to be like, really, like,
Yeah.
can't you think about, like, Starbucks? Like,
Yeah.
really? I said I wanted to go to a cafe. You can't go to Starbucks. That
Did
you can
not
just,
do- you not do your research?
right? I'm like, there's plenty of it around here, right? But then I caught myself.
Yeah.
I, like, literally, I caught myself. I'm just like, Kiki, like,
High five,
stop it.
girl.
You
Credit.
shall wanted coffee, have
Yeah.
you wanted to go out and
There
with your
it
husband.
is. So,
Oh, thank you. So we went to Starbucks, which we had a good time. Which is where I now found out this new drink that I had, the purple tea lavender. And and I was like, what if I never entered this Starbucks, I would not have known about this new drink. But in that Starbucks, I did tell him, I said, okay, I'm thankful for this, obviously, like, you listen and everything. But brother, the next one,
There you go.
Mhm. Real one. And he was like, okay.
And I think that's
So,
great.
I think though we need to. We almost out of time. 5
Oh, yeah?
minutes.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
5 minutes. But I think we really need to also just talk about where the people that responded to it depends on the man, right? Because at the end of the day, really, it's about the man is the leader of the household, and everybody else is they're following.
Mhm.
But if you are not a qualified leader, where am I following you to?
What
Yeah,
does
go
that,
nowhere.
what does that
See,
look like?
what
That's
does that
gonna be
what
bad
does that
too.
look
What
like?
does that look
It
like?
depends. I think it depends on because I think also what makes a good leader to someone might be different to some.
Sorry.
You
I
think?
disagree, but let's go to another one.
Yeah, you can't say it's a lie.
So sorry.
You
I
disagree.
see
Yes.
now. I backtrack.
Yes. No, but I
I
think
backtrack.
so.
Sorry.
Okay.
I disagree.
You think leadership is just leadership?
Leadership
Period.
has basic core qualities.
Okay.
Core. Now, are there nuances beyond that? Sure.
That's what I'm
But
talking about.
Basic.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, then I misunderstood because I was like, it doesn't. No, there's
That's what I mean.
Okay.
Because some, so we
Yeah.
can talk about that another
Next-
time.
next
It
Another
doesn't
time.
have to be next time, but we
Yeah.
can talk about that.
No, I think it's next time because we can't jump from this one and then jump another one, then come back here. It's just carry over.
Okay.
Okay.
So that would be a focus on the men
Yes.
part of this.
Yeah.
Because again, yeah, there's always the emphasis on what the woman should be doing and how
Yeah.
she should be doing this and all of that. The men, where you at? You want to see how you lead your household.
That would be a great.
Because yeah, though, but I totally
Survey.
agree. Because yeah, if he's not showing a good example of leadership, then why am I following? Or
Agreed.
why am I submitting?
And
No,
which
I
is the
agree.
question
I agree.
I wanted to ask. You know, I wanted to ask, like, can submission lead to abuse?
Yes.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And that is a good place
100%.
to end.
100%.
Oh my God.
Yes.
What?
And-
In fact,
And that, my
1
friend,
million%.
is where
1
we end.
million. 1
Because some people
Do we have
well,
mic drop?
we still have 3 minutes.
I know
Yeah.
now. That was, you
There's
understand
no
what I
mic
did?
drop.
You do understand what I did? That like I'm like I put the you know the last
You drop
the hair dropped
you
it
drop the hammer.
a hair
Thor's hammer.
and then because you have to end on the high.
Yeah. Because we're gonna come back.
All right. So now
I got it.
abuse, submission.
Oh,
Yes.
definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
No, that changes the way we sound in the mic.
Oh, how does it make it sound?
Doesn't matter.
Thunder?
Anyways,
Thunder.
did our sound change?
No.
Okay. All right, y'all. So that's it for this. Didn't hear the question from Kiki. Can you hear me now? Okay. My question was, can submission lead to abuse? Hey. So again, we'll end it here.
We're gonna get 3 mics soon.
Yes.
So we don't have to leave
Be on the
it.
lookout. There might be a change in 2 weeks. So
You're not here in 2 weeks.
I'm not here in 2 weeks. Well, you can do it without me.
Let's take that offline.
Okay. What was that noise? Gunshot. Pew, 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 pew.
But I don't think that's how it is.
No, it sounds.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
not
You know
like-
that.
You know what we need?
Okay.
We need
So-
we need the reggaeton.
Before this
Yes,
thing,
Yeah, we don't have that one.
Oh, so that was gunshot. So pretty much that sound was supposed to be the mic drop, like
Yeah.
you know. So, anyways, we will see y'all the next time we come on. We'll most likely will continue with this topic. Abuse, submission. What are the views about the men's point of view? Leading from the men's point of view. Please keep clapping. But yeah, hope you'll have a good week and weeks coming up. Enjoy the eclipse. Stop it. Enjoy the eclipse tomorrow if it's going to be in your path. Actually, Joy, if you're still in that side, I believe you guys might be closer to totality. But yeah, everybody enjoy the eclipse. Enjoy your week
Bye.
and weeks coming up. And then we'll see you again. You're right. We'll see you again when we come back online. All right, y'all. Have a good one.
Have a sip with somebody you love.
We're trying to reach the everyday woman like you. We are mothers, we are wives, we are daughters.